Okay, hello IP3. This week we are going to carry on with chapter 1, the sentence for English, and we are going to review the 4 types of sentence. Last week we talked about what a sentence is, and we talked about how sentences need to have a subject and a predicate, and how a group of words without both of those things is called a fragment. And I told you that this week we would need to review the 4 types of sentence. So that is what we are doing this week. So English chapter 1, the sentence, and lesson 2, types of sentences. So you should remember from last week that a sentence is a group of words that tells a complete thought. And you should know this already, but a sentence needs to start with a capital letter, so any letter of the alphabet but with a capital, and needs to end with an M mark, so either a full stop, a question mark, or an exclamation point. Okay. And like I said last week, there are 4 types of sentence. You should know them already. In fact, before I click, try to remember the 4 types of sentence. What are they? Okay, hopefully you know statements, questions, commands, and exclamations. And again, I'm going to give you a few seconds just to remember what those types of sentence are. Okay, we got it? Hope so. So we'll start with statements. A statement is a sentence that tells information, so it tells you something. And statements all end with a full stop. So we've got some examples of statements here. Today is Sunday, telling you what day of the week it is. It is warm outside, telling you what the weather is like. And I went to school yesterday, saying what you did the day before. So they all give information. Those statements all tell you something. Next, we have questions. Questions are like the opposite of statements because they ask for information. They ask someone else to tell them a statement. And questions end with a question mark. So we've got some examples here. What time is it? So if you ask your friend, what time is it? They'll look at their watch and tell you, oh, it's 5 o'clock. So you are asking them to tell you information. Can I go outside and play? If you ask your mum, can I go outside? She'll say, no, you can't go outside. We're in quarantine. We're in lockdown. You can't go outside. You need to stay at home. But you are asking a question. Or where are my shoes? Maybe you've forgotten where you put your shoes and you ask your dad or your sister, where are my shoes? And they'll tell you where to find them. Next, we have commands. So a command is a sentence that tells someone to do something and ends with a full stop. So command sentences you probably hear quite a lot from your parents and from your teachers like me, telling you what to do. So here's some examples. Go to your room. Like if your mum tells you to go to your bedroom, you have to leave where you are and go. Do your homework. If I tell you, do your homework, that is something that you need to go out and do. Or next one, don't talk when the teacher is speaking. Something that I had to tell you many times in IP3. So, don't talk when the teacher is speaking. That is still a command. It's like not doing something, but not doing something at the same time. Okay, last one, exclamations. Exclamations are sentences that show strong feeling, like excitement, fear, love, surprise, anger, hatred, excitement. These are all things that are strong feelings. So these exclamation sentences end with an exclamation point. So we'll look at some exclamations now. I love Everton. That is, I think you can see around me, you can see lots of Everton things on my bookshelf. think you all know that I love Everton. That is a strong feeling. It's a ghost. If you saw a ghost, you'd be scared or excited or surprised. You wouldn't just go, oh, it's a ghost. You'd be scared. You go, ah, it's a ghost. That's a strong feeling, and it's an exclamation. Or something I'm sure you're all saying every day at home. I can't wait to get back to school. I don't want to be at home playing my video games and watching TV. I want to be at school learning. I can't wait to go back to school and see Teacher Joe. I'm sure that's what you're all saying at home. So those are all examples of exclamations. Okay, so now I'm just going to explain to you your homework. You should all have this worksheet, IP3 English Chapter 1, the Sentence Review Worksheet Week 2. So Section 1, decide whether each sentence is a statement or a question. Add the correct end mark, a full stop, or a question mark. So let's look at number 1. Today is my birthday. Is that a statement or is that a question? You need to decide. If you think it's a statement, you should know you need a full stop. So you put your full stop at the end of the sentence, and on this line here, you write the word statement. If you think it's a question mark at the end of the sentence, and write the word question on this line. Very easy. So that's the same for questions 1 to 10. Decide if these are statements or questions. Section 2, very similar, but with commands and exclamations. So again, read the sentence, number 11, go to your room. If that's a command, full stop, command. If it's an exclamation, exclamation point at the end of the sentence, and write the word exclamation. Okay, last thing, you need to be a little bit creative. You need to write some sentences of your own. So we've got 21, 22, 23, 24, statement, question, command, exclamation. And on this line, you need to write a sentence of that type. So a statement tells information, a question asks for information, a command tells someone to do something, and an exclamation that shows strong feeling. Make sure you use capital letters, make sure you use end marks. So that is your homework. Now, before I say goodbye, there is one thing that I forgot to tell you in my first video last week. Next year, I am going to be your teacher still. Teacher Aaron has left our school, Patai, and I'm going to have a bit of a different year next year. Instead of being the IP3 teacher, I am going to be the English teacher for IP4, IP5, and IP6. So that means, if you thought you were rid of me, tough luck. I am still going to be your teacher next year, teaching you English every day. So, I look forward to teaching you next year. I'll speak to you next week with our next topic. Stay safe, stay clean and healthy, and make sure you do your homework. Okay, bye-bye IP3.